Between Madison and Annie, they both getting on my everlasting nerves. Hey y'all, it's Chloe and we're back with another video. Love is Blind, season 9, episode 7. Y'all, we got some things to get into and it's a whole bunch of crying going on, okay? But before we do, if this is your first time here, sit back, relax, watch the video through. And if you like what you see and you like what you hear, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before and you've been watching my Love is Blind reviews and you have yet to subscribe, I'm trying to figure out, like, what are you waiting for? Okay, you like it here, obviously, and I want you here, so go ahead and press that subscribe button. If you are one of my lovely members or subscribers, hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm doing well. I'm ready to get into this review, so let's just go ahead and get into it. So the episode opens up with Madison and Joe, right? Now, y'all remember Madison been having a fit because Joe was drunk and sleep, and y'all done called that man every crackhead in the book, okay? Listen, all I know is that he was drunk. Okay, he was hungover, he was trying to get his bearings together, and Madison was bothering him because she realized that that man don't really like her for real. Okay, that's really what happened. But Madison is outside crying. She is outside, and I mean, she is boo-hoo crying because now Joe said he going back to bed because he don't really know what's going on. He don't know what's going on. And she's just crying. He's like, is you okay? Madison, is you okay? And she's like, huh? I can't hear you with the waves. I can hear you with the waves. And I was cracking up the whole time. Because Madison, I see what you're doing, sis. I see what you're doing. Because why did you go out there and start boo-hoo crying like that and then looking back to see if he's coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? You were looking for sympathy. Sympathy for no reason. Because honestly, Joe did nothing. Joe did nothing. Now, I know you tripping because you realize the man don't really like you for real, right? That's why you tripping. But he was hungover, he was drunk, he was on whatever he was on. And that man has been trying to get himself together since he woke up, well, since you woke him up. And he hasn't been able to because you've been crying the whole entire time. So she comes back inside because he's like, just come in here, girl. Just come in here. So now she's like, you're embarrassing me. And he was like, what? Why am I embarrassing you? She's like, because I'm sitting here crying and you're in the bed sleeping. And he's like, how am I embarrassing you? I mean, this man was laughing at her. Now listen, that would have pissed me off. But at the same time, Madison, you're doing too much. That man is ready to go find something to eat so he can come down for whatever he is high off of so he can get back into bed and go to sleep. And you want to really go back and forth with him. And like at this point, I'm annoyed. I really am, okay? He's like, I can't believe you are doing this right now. She's like, I'm going to go in the other room. That man is confused. I am confused. I don't know if y'all was confused, but baby, she did too much. And I know where it's coming from. It's not based on what's happening in the moment. It's based on the fact that when that man was drunk, he wanted to spend more time with everybody. And I mean everybody except for her. And then he left her and she thought she was going to come in the room and they were going to have a little sexy time or whatever. And that man was knocked out sleep. That's all it was, okay? And so she's in her feelings. But girl, you're doing too much. So Allie and Anton are outside chilling, having a drink of wine or whatever. And she asked that man, do he get his nails painted? And I was like, what kind of question is that for you to ask that man? I have never been on a date with a man or out with a man or even with my husband and be like, do you get your nails painted? Unless there was something that made me think he gets his nail painted. Very weird conversation for them to have us watch. I'm just saying, okay? He said, listen, I don't get my makeup done. I don't get my nails done. But if I have a daughter one day and she want to play in the things, I'll entertain it. I don't know what that whole conversation is, but we're going to put a pin in it because usually when they show us conversations that have no meaning right now, they might later. They might, okay? So now Sparkle Megan is in her feelings because Jordan was doing a lot that night, okay? He was doing just as much as Joe. She's like, you wanted to hang out with everyone except for me. She's feeling the same way as Madison is, but she's just not behaving the same way as Madison. Although she is in her feelings a little bit, she is shedding a tear or two. She's not really doing the most. They kind of come to an agreement that next time they hang out, he won't behave like this, okay? She wants to be a power couple, and she wants to show up that way. And because he wasn't all over her, it made it seem like he wasn't into her. So she's feeling the same way as Madison. But because he wasn't drunk and out of his mind, they were able to have a conversation about it. He said he's going to do better and we're going to move on. So now it's the next day and Edmund decides that he wants to apologize to KB for acting like a bitch. Okay, for throwing a tantrum because she wouldn't give him no cootie cat. Now he wants to apologize because he realized that was very selfish of him, okay? He knew that she wanted to wait to marriage, which is why I don't even understand why he had to do all of that, because Edmund, like, I don't even know why you were casted for this, because I feel like at this point they're exploiting you. They're exploiting you. That's exactly what's happening. But nonetheless, she tells him that she's actually happy that happened last night because it's helping her get to know him better. And I said, oops, you know what that means? That means she is finally starting to come around to who Edmund really is outside of all his trauma and sympathy that she's been giving him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So they both agree that they do have a lot to work on, but they're going to stick this out together. So he asked her how many times have she been in love. She said maybe around 2-3 times, and he said he's been in love 3 times outside of her. And you know, everything's going good, but she don't really want to talk about that for real, because she need to let that man know that she is still feeling some type of way about the way he behaved last night. Okay, she said, I hold grudges, but I'm trying to work through it. That's why my energy is a little bit off. Girl, you better than me, because I wouldn't have been there. And then I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about an article where she said that she went outside and slept on the balcony. There was no way in hell that I was going to sleep on a balcony one night and have breakfast with you the next day. Absolutely not. Immediately no. Pause, stop, because y'all, I'm going home. Tap me in with Anna and Blake, because I'm ghosting this bitch at this point. Child, it was a mess. But they gonna work on it. But I feel like she got her eye on him, for real. And you better, girl, you better. So now Annie and Nick are outside chilling and talking about spending more time together. She said that she feels like her father would really like him, her family would really like him, but her father was concerned because he wasn't sure if she was going to find a manly man, a man that's manly enough for her. And he was like, well, is that a criteria for you? And she was like, I mean, I think that's just what my dad wants. But we already know, right? Because Nick told us that, you know, he can't be this strong man. He wants somebody next to him to fight the battles with him. So I know that was something that was ringing a bell in his head, even though he said he's going to get his tools. Like, that got anything to do with anything, right? But here's my thing. If y'all want to have a lavender marriage, go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. I love that for y'all. It seems like it's working pretty well. Now, some say she might be a beard. I feel like if y'all talk about it, it can be a lavender marriage. That's what I'm saying, okay? They start talking about, you know, when they get back home and what that looks like and where they're going to live and the things. She don't want to go to the mountains. She don't want to go to the mountains. She want to stay where she at in the city, and he need to go ahead and follow suit. But he's not too sold on that just yet. But nonetheless, they're worried about their life and work balance, because she's like, I'm just concerned that you're not going to feel like you're a priority because I work a lot. And he was like, well, I work a lot too. So therefore, y'all won't have to deal with each other that much, okay? So like I said, this lavender marriage could possibly work. I'm just saying. But it is something that they will have to figure out if they decide to have kids. So now Madison is up journaling, because she's so sick. She and Joe slept in separate rooms last night, and she really misses him. She's been crying all night long. Girl. Because you know you was in there acting a fool. You know you was in there doing too much, girl. So Joe comes in and they like hug, and she's like, oh my God, I miss you. Oh my God, I miss you. And they hug and they kiss and they make up, okay? So she tells Joe that she knows that it's been a couple of days and they really are starting to get to know each other. So she didn't know what he needed in that moment. Girl, he needed to sleep. That's literally all he needed in that moment. And you drove that man crazy the whole entire night, okay? He said he's sorry because he knows that she just wanted to be heard and he didn't do that. Okay, I'm glad y'all figured it out. I'm glad y'all worked it out. Now we back on the love train and everything is going well for Joe and Madison again. That man don't want her. Point blank, period. He's playing nice to play nice. So now all the couples meet up again, right? And Nick and Annie just can't stop kissing. And I'm like, you don't have to convince us. You don't have to convince us. Y'all can stop. Y'all can chill, okay? So now all the girls are talking, and Madison's telling them how last night was really rough for her, but they had good communication skills, and they worked it out. Right. That's what you call good communication, girl. Y'all got it in the bag. So Allie said that her and Anton haven't had a disagreement yet. And that's good. It's only been 3 days. There's no reason for y'all to be sitting there fighting just yet, okay? The arguments will come in due time, but there's no need to start looking and searching for them, okay? Meanwhile, KB tells them that her and Edmund got into it, but she's proud how she handled it because old KB probably would have dragged his ass. Well, she didn't say drag him. She said she would have handled it different. Mm-hmm. But this time around, she didn't do that. Girl, you slept on the balcony. You slept on the balcony. We shouldn't even be here having this conversation. But you know what? You here, girl. You want to see it through. It is what it is. Now, Megan's like, I feel comforted knowing that everyone else is having problems too. Well, damn, Megan, you ain't got to tell them all out loud. Like, I'm glad y'all got problems like I got problems. I don't feel too bad. But I guess misery loves company. So there you go. The women have realized that they are happy that they're having these disagreements right now because this is helping them learn how to work through the conflict that they may have in the future. Better now than later. Better now than wait till we get married and then realize we don't know how to handle conflict. So now the guys are over there talking, and Anton said that everything is going perfect, right? And I'm just like, I don't know what it is between Anton and Allie, but it's something. It's very much something. But we haven't really gotten a story because they got engaged first and then we haven't seen them since episode 1. So I really feel like we missing a lot when it comes to Anton and Allie. But anyway, Edmund said that him and KB are doing really, really good. And they're learning more about each other. Yeah, you should have told them that you had a tantrum because she didn't want to have sex with you. But you know what? I feel like you probably should keep that to yourself. Yeah, you should. So the guys are telling Nick that him and Annie are a perfect match. And they feel like she made the right decision. Because remember, they wanted her to be with Breeden so bad. But seeing her and Nick together just makes sense to them now. Now, Joe told them that he got kicked out last night. And he sure the hell did. Okay, they thought he was playing. But no, sir. He got kicked out. And Joe, honestly, that man didn't care. That man didn't care at all because he was able to sleep off whatever he had going on, okay? Now, Jordan's talk about how he felt some type of way because Megan was calling him annoying. Well, you were being annoying. He felt like it was too harsh. She probably shouldn't have said it like that. It was a different way she could have talked to him. But you were being annoying. You want to sit here and cry about it now? You're going to hold on to that now? Because that's exactly what it seemed like. Because he's talking about well, the good news is we both won't really see each other to the weekends. So therefore, I won't have to annoy her too much. It sounds like she hurt your feelings, Jordan. Maybe you should bring that up to her and not harbor on it and discuss it with the rest of the men when you really feel some type of way, because he definitely feels some type of way. So then the guys talk about how if tomorrow was their wedding, whether or not they would say I do. And I feel like at this point, none of y'all should. None of y'all should. So now Annie and Nick get back to the room, y'all, and I'm just so confused. I am so confused. Somebody fill me the hell in as to what happened, okay? Because they're sitting down in the bed and, she's just laying there and they're talking. And he's telling her how the guys were saying that they was nervous. They wasn't really sure about everything and this, that, and the other. And she's like, I don't care what anybody else feels. And I was like, whoa, calm down, relax. She's like, I'm focused on how I feel. See, the thing is, you're not really focused on how you feel. You're more so focused on how he feels. You're feeling the type of way because you know that he's not 100% that if tomorrow was your wedding, that he would say, I do. He's sitting there trying to comfort her. He's sitting there trying to tell her, like, it's you, I love you, okay? He's telling her, take a nap, go to sleep. We'll talk about this tomorrow morning. And she's like, what? You don't care. And I'm sitting here like, did I miss something? I promise y'all, I had to watch it back because I was trying to figure out how did we get to this point. The conversation did not add up at all. Did not add up at all. Because my thing is, Nick literally was just expressing the conversation that the guys had and the concerns or whatever. And next thing you know, she's catching a fit because she feels like he doesn't care for her. Then she's out there putting words in his mouth. And he's like, don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that. But now, out of nowhere, she starts telling this man, I don't need you. I want you. I want you. And I'm like, girl, did we take our medicine today? Because what is happening? Go get a brush. Maybe if you brush your hair, you'll feel better. Maybe you'll feel better if you brush your hair, because she really was like unraveling out of nowhere. I'm like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, girl, because I really could not understand for the life of me what exactly was happening, okay? And he keeps trying to tell her to go to sleep. Go to sleep, go to sleep. Tomorrow's a new day, but she is not trying to hear none of that. She want to continue to go and go and go and go. And he's reassuring her. He's reassuring her that, like, I love you. I'm here with you. I'm working this through with you. But I guess that wasn't enough for her. I don't know what was wrong with Annie. I don't know what she was on, but she was on something. And when she said that he said that he didn't love her, he was like, I did not say that. And he feels like she is looking for a reason. And I said, yeah, girl, remember when you said that you feel like you would sabotage this relationship? That's what you're doing. You're sabotaging this relationship. So now Madison and Joe seems to be back on track because they done had some good, you know what, and you know, she feeling herself, feeling herself, feeling herself. So now everything seems to be going good with them, right? So now everybody's going back to Denver. They got their phones back. They calling home. They moving into the apartments. And let me tell you, this is when ish is going to hit the fans, okay? This is when all the relationships are definitely going to fall and crumble because once you live with somebody, like I really live with somebody, you can't fake and hide the things that you would normally fake and hide. And we're about to get down to the bottom of everything. And I really need to see what's going on with Anton and Allie because it's something going on, okay? So they get to the apartments and we see Edmund getting in the cabinet. Why? Why, Edmund? She's like, are you really getting in the cabinet? He's like, yeah, I never been in a cabinet this big. Why have you been in cabinets is the better question. What do you mean you never been in a cabinet this big? Last time I checked, he's a realtor. So you just be going around getting in the never mind. She's like, you know what? If it makes you happy, I love it for you, child. I guess that's what we gotta go with. Now, Megan and Jordan are in the kitchen talking because she's going to go see his apartment, of course, whatever. And she's trying to figure out, like, so where does your son sleep if you have a one bedroom? And he said, don't worry about it. I got it set up real nice. It's really cute. It's very humble, but it's real nice, okay? So Megan's like, oh yeah, we definitely gonna have to go house hunting or whatever because one bedroom definitely is not gonna work for the three of them. Now you can tell that she starts to get really emotional because reality has hit her. Reality has hit her that she has picked a man who has a son who also isn't in the same financial position as her. And now she realized that she has to be someone's stepmother too. A lot of things is hitting Megan at one time and you can see that it's really affecting her the way she was standing there crying, okay? She's even trying to figure out what should she do when she meets the son, okay? She's saying, I want to buy him things. I want to do stuff. And Jordan's like, listen, you don't have to buy him things. You can buy him something every now and then, but you don't have to buy his love. And that might be Megan's love language, you know, gift giving, but he's right. Kids just want you to spend time with them. They just want you to love them, okay? But go ahead and get him a gift or two. Go ahead and get him a gift or two. But sitting there watching them or whatever, I really can tell that Sparkle Megan is losing her sparkle. She's not like, you know, so bubbly and so happy in this moment because reality is hitting her. Now, I'm gonna put this out there. When Megan and Jordan was talking about, you know, when she's gonna be his son and things like that, it's giving that Jordan and his baby mom or his son's mother are not as cool as he makes it out to be because he's talking about how he don't have to run nothing by her. She didn't run nothing by him when she, I guess, got with her new husband or new boyfriend and this, that, and the other. And I don't know. I don't think the relationship is as good as he wants to make it seem. Something's definitely going on in that dynamic, in that relationship. Yeah, but we gonna get to it. I'm sure we will. And this is just the beginning to the downfall of all our couples, y'all. I know the next few episodes is going to be a mess, okay? And I hope that you are around to watch it with me and discuss it with me. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you did not hit that subscribe button. With that being said, y'all, go ahead, get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about everything that happened in this episode. Go ahead, like the video and hype the video up. You get 3 hypes a week, okay? So use them wisely and use one of them on me. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And with all that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.